Welcome to Diggnation, episode number 4. I'm Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation, of course, covers all the top news stories on the social bookmarking and news technology website, Digg.com. It's Digg.com. If you haven't been to Digg, we recommend that you head over there, sign up for an account, and if you come across anything cool on the web, like a story that you happen to find, and think, this is, a lot of people would really enjoy this, submit it to Digg, and then go ahead and just sit back and watch, because people will dig your story.
They'll get in there, and if they like it, it'll be bam onto the main page.
Eventually, it gets promoted to the homepage. There's no editors. It's all based on the popularity of the story, and it's really cool. It keeps RSS feeds and all that good stuff. Check out Digg for a little more information.
Digg.com, which we like because they're sort of the reason why we're here.
Exactly.
Which is cool.
Which is awesome.
So, beer. Last week we had a couple different beers. This week I went ahead and got myself the Stone Levitation Ale from Stone Brewers down in San Diego, actually.
I've seen that at Whole Foods, never bought it though.
Now, they have a couple different versions of it. This one, I have to say, is a little hoppy for me. I'm not a big fan of real hoppy beer.
No, neither am I.
If that makes any sense.
Actually, no, I tried a sip of it, and it's pretty janky.
Yeah, so I had one, and then I had one of your beers. So.
Yes, I have to say, this one is called Dixie. It's a New Orleans beer. It's actually, it says here, it's brewed in cypress wood barrels. It gives it a very, kind of a, what would you say?
Honey?
A honey taste.
Yeah, it's
sweet. Good. If you find it around at your local store, definitely pick it up.
A little sweet for me, but we'll try different ones next week, and keep those comments coming. So we
got an email address. What's our email address?
Dignationfans@gmail.com.
There you go. Send us your suggestions, comments, whatever you want.
Yep, dignationfans@gmail.com. Yes. I just want to reiterate, because sometimes it's like, what did he say? He said what? Who's fan?
They can rewind it, dude. It's a podcast.
Oh, right. Rock on. Let's get into it, shall we?
Yes.
All right, first story. Rockstar ceases manufacturing of GTA San Andreas. This is a big deal. This is coming out right now. 536 people dug this story, submitted by Lurker, right? Take-Two Interactive has announced that it's ceasing manufacturing of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas following the decision by the ESRB to change the game's rating from mature 17+ to adults only 18+.
Well, you can't sell to Best Buy, you can't sell to Circuit City if it's an 18+ game.
And those companies those stores are already pulling it off the shelves because of the fact that there was this, what was first initially said was a hack, which is not a hack. It turns out what happened was just sort of screwing around, the game developer encoded in a very explicit sex scenes.
Right.
And I think that they said, at first they came out and said, we don't know what the heck this is. Oh, we're not supposed to do it. We got hacked.
Right.
And then now they're coming out and saying, all right, we put it in. It was never supposed to be able to be viewed by the end user.
Well, it was kind of a hack at first to get access to it, right? There wasn't, but now they're finding out, on the PS2 version or whatever, that people can just get into it with a special code. It's not as hard to get access to this content. This game is pretty hardcore. I don't know, have you played this at all, San Andreas?
I haven't played San Andreas. I've played Miami Vice. I played the Miami Vice version of GTA, the Vice City. That's the one.
It's pretty hardcore though, man. You start off as really a gangster.
Hardcore,
you shoot people. You kill cops. It's not. I'm not a big fan of these types of games, but
but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna pass judgment on if you want to go in a video game. I get that people understand the difference between killing people in a video game and not. That's not what we're gonna try to. But with this, they basically circumvented the ESRB rating because there was explicit sexual acts in the game that they needed. Keith, how's those? Is that helicopter too much?
I'm sorry.
Is it?
Is it okay?
Too much? Is it good?
There's a helicopter flying by right now.
There's helicopter.
Dude,
I just gotta finish this level and then I'll...
Dude, our audio camera guy's playing a video game.
I know.
And he's playing San Andreas, actually, on his Pocket PC.
What are you playing, Keith?
It's the hot coffee
it's the bomber
patch for this game I have on my cell phone. So I got a couple of these characters kind of going at it. Right?
He wasn't even paying attention because we were talking about the helicopter that was flying outside as far as audio is concerned.
And it was really loud.
It was really loud, and he's sitting there like, yeah, guys, sounds great.
My helicopter's flying fine.
I got the helicopter filter. What are you talking about?
All right, whatever. So let's keep going. So anyway, it's a big deal. People are getting really up in arms about it because even though it has a mature 17+, if those were in the initial release, they would have gotten an adults only, which is where you can only sell it where they sell adult products.
Here's the deal. For me, if it was a hack, if it was like hidden code that people had to run some type of third-party application to get access to that content,
or if somebody put the content in, you know what I mean?
Well, the content was there, but even if it wasn't visible, I don't see the reason why you would have to apply the 18 plus to it. But if there's a code or something that you can put in to get access to that, then yes, of course, because the last thing I would want is if I had a kid that gain access to this kind of stuff. You know, you never know what age these kids are playing these games. You have a 12-year-old watching sex. You haven't explained it to them yet. Well, I guess at 12 you probably would. Seems a little.
I don't even want to know when you're going to explain sex to your kids.
What age do you explain?
I never had that story, and that explanation.
Did you never have the birds and the bees talk?
No, and thank you.
I know.
Thank you, Mark and Kathy, for never giving me the birds and bees story.
I never had the story either. There was like a well-placed book one time. Like I came into my room.
Well-placed book. Yeah. It's like how to screw women on your bed.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
It was the
it wasn't Playboy. It wasn't any of that crap. It was some book about relationships and when you go further, and it was very. It
was like cartoon.
Very G-rated.
Yeah, like when she touches your winky kind of a thing.
I never. No, it was not.
All right, let's move on. So
listen to this podcast. Please move on.
Dude, my parents both listened to it, and I said them by name. Nice. So anyway, so that's a big deal. Basically, San Andreas, because it had not. I don't think it had ended its run of being sold. I mean, it was still a popular game. So to have Rockstar come out and say we're not making this game anymore.
Well, they'll re-release it.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
The G version.
The G version.
San Andreas.
Moving on, next story. Okay, let's see here. Flash video showing Microsoft IIS, or Internet Information Server, being hacked. This has 452 people dug this story, submitted by PX Abstract. It says, an interesting Flash story supposedly showing in real time how someone can use an exploit to break up. I've had too many beers.
You're right. I was going to say, you want me to read it now?
This guy had poor sentence structure.
That's all right.
This guy shows you how to. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't. It's me. I've been drinking. I feel bad for making fun of the guy.
PN Don or whatever his name is.
Okay, hold on. PX Abstract.
Sorry.
Okay.
We'll get through this.
Here we go. So basically, what it is the Flash video that you can run in any browser, obviously.
Yeah.
And it'll show you how to break into an Internet Information Server.
It's really cool.
Any Microsoft-based web server.
Yeah, and it's basically just a capture of the desktop of what this guy's doing.
Right.
And tracking through. It's fun.
It's cool because they're running Nopix. It's all Linux-based. You can kind of just watch and see what they're doing. They play some cool music in the background.
Yeah. And they even have like little title bars that come up like, this is what we're doing, you know what I mean? Like,
showing you as step-by-step kind of as you're going along.
What they're doing when they go. Because sometimes, I mean, especially if you don't know Linux or Unix, when they go through the stuff, it's like, I have no idea. How do I know what the heck are you doing, Yeah,
and the nice thing is you can pause this stuff. They're issuing a command that you're unfamiliar with. You can go and take that command and type into Google, find out exactly what they're doing. But it's cool. I highly recommend going to Dig, find the story in our profile, and check it out because it's fun. It's fun to see some of these hackers go at it, and it's like there's a ton of code happening, and it's just fun to see an exploit take place. So.
Plus, it's good to watch them when they're down and dirty in the code. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not just like the script kiddies. They're like, look, I can do. Ooh, somebody's not going to get their website up today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
so
fun.
It's nice to see somebody doing it who really knows the down and dirty nuts and bolts of it.
For sure.
All right, next one. Free beer for geeks. 271 people dug this story, submitted by Albert Pacino. I'm sure either was Al Pacino or related to Al Pacino. Open source isn't just for software anymore, it also works for beer. At least that's the hope of one group that recently put out an open source license on its recipe for caffeinated beer. Now this is really cool. What happened was a group of students at IT University of Copenhagen.
Right.
They developed this recipe for beer. Mm-hmm. And what they decided to do was, rather than package it themselves and brew it and give it out, they decided to sort of see what would happen if you could apply the sort of concept of open source to something other than software. So what they did was they released the recipe on how to make it. They released all the labels and all that stuff. Like, this is the label. If you make this beer, it's called this. This is the label.
All the marketing materials.
All the marketing materials.
Everything you need to produce this beer.
Exactly. And they said, produce it, sell it, do whatever you want. But they actually released it under the Creative Commons license.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and they were like, at first they were like, look, we like beer. But they said the reason why we really did it was because we wanted to see what would happen if we tried to apply the concepts of open source to something like beer, which is cool because it opens up the door to a whole bunch of different stuff, like where else you could apply open source in all sorts of different sectors of the business world. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's pretty interesting because I like the fact that this is the first time that we've seen it actually escape out of software. You know, every time you think of open source, you think of or Creative Commons content, you think of stuff on the web, videos, things like that.
This.
Everything that we launch. Actually, this is all Creative Commons as well.
Yeah, right.
So. But it's interesting seeing it actually applied to physical products. I'm curious to see what else is going to appear as as far as like open source and actually allow
Like
you
open
to
source cars,
yeah,
build your own Mercedes.
You never know. It's cool though. It's a
Hey,
good
if you
story.
can do it, then that's good. I need
Next
another
story.
beer.
Yes, go ahead and grab yourself one. Grab me one too.
Okay.
Next story here. This one's pretty cool. Fake nukes. Check out the pictures. 265 people dug this story, submitted by IB Light. And it says, in order to commemorate 60 years after the first atomic bomb, a bunch of people decided to imitate a nuclear explosion in the Nevada desert. They used 6 industrial fire suppression fans.
Dude, the pictures are amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got to go click on our profile and get the pictures for this. They pumped 400 gallons of gasoline and biodiesel mixture rather than foam fire retardant, and it says pyrotechnics at its best. Check out the pics. Pretty amazing. I thought this was cool.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, it's one of those ones where it's like, why the heck would somebody want to do this? And then you see the picture and you're like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a huge nuke, but without any like the bad side effects. I guess.
Sure, like you could stand real close to it if you wanted, and
I don't.
keep your hair and stuff.
The pictures were cool though, weren't they?
They were. I'm surprised at how much like a mushroom cloud it looked. But it sort of begs the question of why would you want to recreate a mushroom cloud?
To commemorate the 60 years after the first atomic bomb. Did you not hear the beginning of my story?
I was in the refrigerator.
Oh,
That's
okay,
good.
yeah.
Yes, I would want to commemorate that.
I don't know. It was. I think they did it out at the Nevada test site. I used to work out there, and that's actually where they did a ton of above ground.
You used to work out of the Nevada test site?
You didn't? I told you that.
You're
Didn't say
all
that?
very mysterious. Sneaky. I have a security clearance. Let's talk about it.
So do I. What did you get?
Secret. I got
Can I
secret.
say what? I wonder if you can say what clearance you had. Can
Yeah,
you?
of course. I have a secret.
I had a DOE level L. Why?
Level L Y or level L?
No, it
Y?
was just. It was just
like, what the hell
It was
is
a
that?
DOE. It was Department of Energy level L, which is like considered.
Good.
You can't really. I mean, obviously, with any clearance, you can't really. You don't have access to like top secret files, but you can be escorted into areas that were considered classified and top secret. So at the Nevada test site, there was basically the test site is about the size of Rhode Island, and it's in the Nevada desert, about an hour outside of Las Vegas. And I grew up in Las Vegas, and basically it's divided into all these little areas. And I mean, obviously, the most famous area is Area 51.
Right, which is
uh,
not on
way,
the books.
way up. Yeah, it is once you get inside the test site. It's funny.
See, now that's something you shouldn't have said.
Why?
Because they haven't said that it exists.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? I'm sure they've admitted it by now.
Nope, they still
haven't?
say no, no, no. They still put their fingers in their ears like a 2-year-old and go,
serious?
la, 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 we don't know Area 51.
I wonder if I can
bloop,
get in trouble for saying
Well, we'll see.
that. No, I don't think so.
Uh-oh,
He's knocking on wood.
It's the FBI.
No,
he was
he's knocking on wood. That's not the FBI. All right, so moving on. I don't want to talk
All right,
about my
moving
test site
on.
experiences.
No more security clearances.
Yes.
Hacker erased spammers database. This is awesome.
This is cool.
This is so great. Karma's a bitch. 848 people dug this story, submitted by Junkham. Hacker, tired of getting spam messages, hacked and deleted the spammers database. Now, this is really cool. What happened was, I'll read a little bit from the actual article here. The Israeli National Institute of Standards, which is a very ambiguous company name, have been practicing a controversial activity in the name of helping to inform the public, is what they said they were doing. They've been hired a company to send mass emails through the company's email address lists.
Helping to inform the public.
Helping to inform the public
So
about
spammer.
Viagra and you know, all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
And so what happened was an Israeli hacker was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this BS.
That's awesome.
Israeli National Institute of Standards. What? And he went and hacked them, hacked into the site, or hacked into their servers, found the database that stored the list of all the email addresses, and deleted the whole list.
That's awesome.
How
The only
great
thing
is this?
you got to wonder though, do they have a backup? They probably would. Right?
Well, let's hope they don't. And even if they do, I'm happy for that day that it takes them to figure out, oh, the database is down. Oh, we got to back it up. Oh, we got to, you know
that's
what I mean?
cool, but you know what really sucks about this is like, well, I don't know if you could get in trouble for this if you were in the U.S. If a hacker broke into a computer illegally.
You could get, oh, Jesus, are you kidding me? Come on.
I mean, even if it's a spammer though, I guess so, right?
Hell yeah. I mean, unless it's a spammer
Gosh,
that's
I really
doing
need-
it.
Yeah, they have special rules.
They have rules called laws in this country.
I need to research some of this stuff.
You should no, don't, because you'll just lose your edge. Because you'll be like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go to jail.
No, you're right. But
I'll stop doing that.
I think it's a great story. I'm glad to see. It's sweet, bittersweet, or not bittersweet, but it's just good justice.
It's just sweet.
Yeah, it's just sweet.
There's nothing bitter about
Nothing
it.
bitter about that
If
one.
my email was on that list of the Israeli national,
I highly doubt it was, but
you know what? I don't know. I do some crazy shit. No, I'm just kidding. How would I get on like an Israeli national information
I don't
list?
know, man.
That's one of those things where you think you're signing up for like free wine every month.
Have
or
you ever
something.
done that? Have you ever like put your email address into some place where you're like, okay, this could be spam, but I want to sign up anyway?
No. Well, I have that. I have like crap email addresses at like Yahoo email addresses.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have like.
That's what I use too. I use the Gmail. Did you know if you have a Gmail account, and a lot of people out there do, a very helpful little trick, add a plus and then anything at gmail.com to your name.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so what was the name of our fan Gmail account?
Diggnation fans.
Okay, so if you had Diggnation fans at gmail.com, if you're signing up for something you consider that this might be spam.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's spam or not. When you sign up for it,
Yeah.
have your name be Dignation's fans plus spam at gmail.com. And it's like dynamic email addresses. So when you put that in, it'll automatically still come into your inbox, but then you can filter it out and you can say anything with a plus spam goes right into a different folder. Isn't that cool? So you can
great.
You can basically add little tags. So I do that on like if I'm signing up for like a tea newsletter or something. I'll put like plus tea to my email address, and then it'll instantly go into like my tea folder because I know that's where I keep all that stuff.
Oh, tea is in drinking tea.
Yes.
Oh, I was like tea. I was like, is he making some sort of abstract
No,
analogy
dude,
or?
I like tea. What's
and I
wrong
look
with
like
tea?
I see that like plus capital T on it.
No.
I'm like, what
I
the-
drank a lot of coffee and I had to switch, man. Coffee will just kill you after a while.
I had a coffee just before you got here.
Did you? Nice.
I like coffee. I stopped drinking diet soda.
Mm.
Yeah, you'd like
I
that.
haven't had soda in 5 years.
Well, but that's we won't even talk about why that happened. Okay,
Yes. Moving on.
here we go.
Okay, next story. Scotty. No, there was no bad story behind that one. Scotty beams up for the last time.
Oh yes.
552 people dug this story, submitted by Wacky T. Just heard on Fox News that James Doohan, aka Scotty from the original Star Trek, died at 85 years old.
That's really too bad. I mean, it's yeah. Nothing you can say about that.
There's not much you can say about
Scotty
it,
died.
but that's too bad. Don't laugh, dude. You're about to laugh.
Dude, I haven't said anything.
Okay.
There are a lot of jokes that we're not going to do because it's just in bad taste. So let's move on.
Yes.
Okay. Spielberg speaks on Transformer movie. This is also very cool. I'd say that about everything. Awesome, cool. Like this is awesome.
Well, we
this is
picked the
cool.
stories, dude.
That's
of course
true.
they're gonna
Yeah,
be cool.
right. They're going to be great. Otherwise, we're not on this thing. 322 people dug this story, submitted by Awa64. The new Transformers movie website has added a video interview with Steven Spielberg where he professes his love for the franchise. And it's not the usual, is that another helicopter? What the hell? I live in Brentwood.
You would think there wouldn't be choppers.
Although
Are you
this is-
picking that up?
these
Can you
are-
hear that, Keith?
Yeah, a little bit.
I love
Little
it.
bit. Okay,
These
it's
are
not
like
bad.
choppers for people coming home from work.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
choppers of like
that's
the police
exactly what it
chasing
is.
people. Okay, so where Steven Spielberg professes his love for the franchise, and not in the usual, I remember this from when I was a kid, or when I got the license, I read everything I could and enjoyed it, than the most people who spout. This is actually really cool, because I'm excited about this.
It's a little
Cautious.
creepy, though.
I'm cautious. I think he's a producer.
Right, but what did he say? He said he used to go and buy the toys.
He used to like sneak. He was like, I was really into Transformers.
Okay, hold on. Let's. When did Transformers come out?
80
80s,
something? Yeah,
right?
80 something.
Okay, 80 something.
Yeah.
How old was Spielberg when Transformers came out?
30, maybe? A little
Little
maybe
older?
20. I don't know. What's he
That's
like 150
borderline.
now? So
He used to,
I'm never getting cast in a Spielberg film ever again.
According to the article,
I
though,
say
man.
again like I've been in a
Have
Spielberg
you been?
film.
Have you
no,
been in?
no,
No, okay.
I was the dead guy in Minority Report.
You were not.
No.
He used to. He used to go and buy up all the toys.
He wasn't like swoop in and steal the toys from kids. He would just go in and like walk in and buy toys, but not for his kids. He'd buy them for himself. But dude, come on.
No, I understand.
Don't you remember?
I understand toy
remember
collectors.
getting like shot at Soundwave and like
Yeah,
with the different things
I like
that came out of his
Starscreech.
chest. What?
Starscreech. Was that his name?
Starscreech? You just made that up.
No, I didn't, dude. Decepticon. He flew Storm Screech. Screech Storm. Dude, come on, help me out here.
Screech, you think of Saved by the Bell.
No, I'm not.
Screech, yes.
Saved by the Bell.
That's Screech.
No. I'm going to Google it right now.
Storm Screech?
No, hold on. Decepticons.
No, I know who he's thinking about. He's talking about
Starscreamer.
Wait, no, not Starscreamer, you honker.
Decepticons.
No, you're talking about Stormpack. Street, no.
Starscream.
Starscream. Starsky.
No.
I know what you're talking
Google
about.
is giving me bad results right now. It's all, did you mean Starscreamer?
Just put in
It was not-
Decepticon and like Decepticon names.
Okay.
And you'll get it. Come on, hurry up. This is live.
Well, keep going.
Oh, it's not live.
Can you talk about something else?
So anyway, so Spielberg. So I'm very excited. I mean, Michael Bay is directing it, and I have to say, Michael Bay is kind of a hit or miss for me, mostly missing. But he's definitely a man who knows how to film action.
Well, what has he done in the past?
He did Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
He did. The Island.
I don't know,
man.
I don't keep track of
He did The Island that's coming out. I think didn't he do the Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2? Yeah, that was Michael Bay, right? The Rock. He did The Rock.
Okay.
So, like I said, he's hit and miss. Rock, great movie. Pearl Harbor, maybe one of the worst movies ever. So, you kind of get 6 to 1, half dozen. Are you still looking up Starscream?
Was it Starscream? I think it was Starscream.
Starscream? Does that sound good?
Let's just go with Starscream.
We're gonna go with Starscream and then get all the flaming emails later.
I can't find it right off the bat.
Anyway, so Starscream. It was Starscream.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm excited about this because I loved Transformers when I was growing up.
Yeah, so did I.
And honestly, I think if you do it right, and I'm going to say this to you, Michael Bay. I'm talking to you, Michael Bay. I know you listen to Diggnation, and I will talk directly to you. Do not do what everybody's doing to those poor 70s television shows like Starsky and Hutch, like Dukes of Freaking Hazzard that could not have been
seen it?
No, look at the previews. You've killed. You have
I want to see it.
killed our childhood. That's what you have done. You have killed our childhood. You took our childhood out into the back and you chopped its head off with an axe.
How bad is it going to be?
No, but what they do is they made it into like a hackneyed
How can you
shit comedy.
Transformers, though?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Michael Bay, do not make this into a comedy. If you do this along the lines of what it should be done.
Calm down.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Don't do it. Don't do it to me, Michael Bay. I'll find you. I live in the same city.
You got the message.
You should talk about the guy who wrote the script.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about the guy who wrote the script.
No. Keep going.
So anyway, if you do it right, it can be good. If you do it bad, you will be hunted down and killed. Because I like Mask. Did you watch Mask?
They were the weird guy with the face thing?
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Was that thing?
No, Mask.
Oh, it was like Transformers.
It was like Transformers.
No, I watched Mask. What was the movie with the guy with the weird big face?
The Mask.
Okay.
The Mask
Okay.
or Mask with Cher and my old acting coach.
Okay, dude. Well,
I'm just saying,
sorry me for getting the wrong Mask.
I'm just saying the cartoon Mask. I always thought would be
Yes,
make a
I
really
saw
good
that too.
live action movie.
That was good with the Corvette with the flip up doors, man. I remember Mask. That was dope.
Thunderball.
Moving on. We gotta move on.
Yeah, we gotta move on.
Following up on this is the next story. Following up on the Xbox 360 picture leaks, 282 people have dug this story, submitted by Lumeros. Here are some more details about the kid who leaked pictures of him playing the Xbox 360. The article also mentions that the whole thing may be another clever viral marketing ploy.
What was that?
Clever.
Did I say clever? Clever viral marketing ploy by ourcolony.net.
Now this is interesting because this kid came out. The story goes, the kid's father or stepfather started working at Microsoft and got assigned to work on like quality assurance for the power supply of the Xbox 360,
sounds
something like
fishy
that.
to start with.
It does, and brought home an Xbox 360, and he kind of like went through his sock drawer and was like, porn, oh, Xbox 360,
and he pulled it out,
and was like, fuck, I'm gonna start watching it, and took pictures, and then submitted it, and then and I have to say the first thing I thought of when I saw this was I was like, oh wow, an Xbox 360. I wonder if this is, because I have to say Microsoft has been very good at using the internet to create a buzz.
Yeah.
Like the ilovebees.com.
Well, they've got a great, whoever their marketing company is, whatever PR or whatever agency is behind all of their like viral marketing tactics is amazing because they've done a great job in just really spreading, hyping up the Xbox 360.
Now, were they the ones that there was a website that came out with this
Some
girl.
Serbian chicken.
No.
Did you see that one?
No.
You didn't see the chicken you could ask any question to? Dude.
I remember that.
Dude, is this like a Monty Python sketch?
No,
There's
dude.
a guy in a chicken suit, and you tell him go do jumping jacks or.
Yeah, you can ask him anything you want, and he'll basically do it because it's like.
So it's like Axe Jeeves in a chicken suit.
Right, pretty much.
That he'll do it.
Pretty much. So you
like that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So
no, I was talking about some like lady gamer that came out and had like a whole blog,
right.
and it turned out she wasn't real. She was connected to like I think it was like either a Nintendo video game.
Right.
Oh, it was Metroid. It was Metroid Prime
for the
for the GameCube.
GameCube, yeah.
Yeah, and she was like a fake whole creature, and it was the girl who was underneath the suit because they had that whole reveal of like, oh, Samson or Simus or whatever his name is, and then she takes off his helmet and she's like, look, I'm a chick. It's like,
dude, we're gonna have to bleep that now.
Bleep it. I love it. The bleep is funny.
You know, did you see how we put a little box over your face when you burped the last time?
No, what?
You'll have to watch the video.
I gotta watch the video.
Yeah, watch the video of. Oh, by the way,
we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that as soon as
I
we
like
do
to jump ahead.
I know you do, and we're gonna stop that.
You keep me down. So. All right, so what are we talking about now? Where are we?
Now we're gonna talk about Diggnation. We're at the end of the episode.
Yes.
Already.
But we have some important things. Don't stop the.
No, don't stop. We're not done. This is very important. The news story that we were gonna cover on, but then we decided we'd just glom all this stuff together is Diggnation breaks into the top 10 on iTunes Music Store. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We cannot
to
say
everyone
thank
out
you
there
enough
that has subscribed. It's been amazing. We had no idea.
None whatsoever that it would be this huge.
To be honest, I would have been happy like the top 50.
I was happy when we got into the list of the top 100.
I know.
The first week I was like, oh, look at us.
I know. I was like, whoa, we're in the top
We're
100. Which is because there's like 4,000 or 5,000 podcasts out there.
I know.
And just to be in the top 100 would be just a blessing in itself.
It was huge. We were freaking out. But let me just tell you all the stuff that's happened. We've been getting a lot of press. Mm-hmm. This is our 4th week doing this. I mean, this is crazy. Already Apple has gotten excited about us and put us on the new and notable section on the iTunes Music Store. So you can just click on the podcast and boom, there's your and I.
We're like right up on the front.
Yeah, it's crazy. Adam Curry,
invented the podcast.
Guy who invented podcast, emailed us and had selected us to be used on his Podfinder podcast. Actually, we have a clip.
Yes, I have it right here.
This is Adam Curry talking about Diggnation.
Yeah, this is actually his.
Just hit play.
Okay, yeah. This is actually his podcast right here.
All right, here we go. So listen to that.
Hold it up.
Hit play. Hit play.
Formed by two former Tech TV hosts, Kevin Rose and Alex Albrecht. Every story discussed within this podcast is user-submitted by the social bookmarking technology news site Digg.com with double G.
Nice.
Kevin and Alex provide listeners with a lighthearted comedic review of all things tech culture related.
We do.
Diggnation has quickly grabbed the attention of the masses, positioning themselves within the top 5 podcasts on
Number 3,
podcastalley.com.
Podcast
Can't
Alley.
wait to see how they do on iTunes.
Number 7.
The show is produced weekly and is launched as a podcast and video cast. Moving on. Okay.
Yeah, then they play a clip.
Then they play a clip.
Like episode 2, right?
And then at the end, he's like, oh, I can't wait to. Well, he just said that. What at the end? He was stoked too.
Right. Yeah, no, it's amazing that the guy who founded podcasts even knows who the heck we are.
I know, it's awesome.
What I mean?
I was stoked about that.
So that was great. And then, of course, we're now being featured on the main web page of Odeo.com right now.
Right.
So if you go to Odeo.com, they only feature, I think, 4 podcasts. Right? There's like a matrix of 4, like a cube 4.
Yeah.
And we're one of the podcasts featured on Odeo right now, which is just great.
I ran into some freaking problems with them this morning. Did I
With
tell you what
Odeo?
happened?
No.
I didn't?
No.
Okay, so.
What happened with Odeo?
No, so with Odeo, basically.
Is it the 48 to 44?
Yes.
Thing? Yeah, you did mention that.
Should I mention real quick? I might as well. People
Sure,
are wondering
why
what
not?
happened.
Yeah.
Real quick. No, it's not really like. Okay,
real quick, this is boring.
Okay, no,
but
I got
stay listening because this is horribly boring.
No,
but we need to say it.
Real quick, what happened is like you would hit play on Odeo. You go to Odeo.com, you hit play. We're like right on the main page. Like thousands of people are seeing it. You hit play, and it's like you and me, like welcome to Diggnation. It's like super slow mo.
That's
and I was like,
awesome.
what is going on? So I emailed Odeo and I was like, hey, what's up? And they're just like, oh, you encoded it wrong. You're supposed to do it 44.1 and it's 48. And I'm just like, oh. So I had to go back, re-encode it, and then we'll talk about the caching and all that stuff later.
Yeah,
but anyway, we got
get
it
into
fixed.
that. So okay, so the other thing is that Evan Williams,
Yes.
right, the founder of Blogger.com, who has made a, let's say, crap load of money, actually blogged on Digg.com and Diggnation.
Which is awesome.
The fact that the fact that we're on these people's radars at all, you just got an email, is crazy. I mean, the fact that people are even remotely interested in what we were doing, it just boggles my mind. I mean, I love it.
I know.
And that's what we're doing.
Well, it's crazy that, all these high profile people are like totally like, it's nuts that the founder of Blogger, that's just
Dude,
insane.
the founder of podcasts.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know.
So, of course, now here are the stats, what we got going on right now. So we're number 7 on iTunes right now, which is unbleeping believable that we are number 7. We're number 8. We thought we were on number 9, but then we moved to number 8 right before we recorded this on audio.com.
Right.
And we're number 3 on Podcast Alley.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and we were number 1 for a while on Podcast Alley, but I bet you the other podcasts were like, we need to get up to Podcast Alley.
Yeah,
So
we still haven't put a link to the podcast on dig.com yet. I'm working on
That's good. Yeah, we got to get that link up on dig.com.
Yeah.
And we're working on shirts. Jinx is going to make us some shirts.
Yeah, in fact, I just got an
email.
email from Jinx. That's who that was.
Oh, that was?
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm seeing Sean down this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. But more than anything, we have to thank everybody for helping us out and getting us
Yes.
up to these positions
Oh,
because
It's
really,
you guys out there that are subscribing to this thing.
and it's
You know
really
what I
cool
mean?
because when they do subscribe, it not only does it boost our rankings, but it puts us in front of so many more people that we wouldn't normally be in front of. Like, you
Once
should
we hit the
see-
top 100, we got more people.
Did it?
Once we broke top 20, we got more people.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
you should
it's
see the
crazy.
problems I've been dealing with.
Well, that's the other thing. You can tell them all about.
Yeah, just real
with
quick.
The videos, especially.
We have been bombarded with downloads, and there's been like tens of
well,
thousands
we've
of
grown
downloads.
so fast.
And because of that, we've kind of had to move servers.
Yeah.
We've been all over the place. So we're getting it all worked out. We'll get our videos back online. Everything will be up and running hopefully in the next few days. So
Yeah.
thanks so much for helping us out.
And thanks so much for waiting patiently while we go through this growth. I mean, I feel like I'm one of those kids that grows like 2 feet in a day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like we just started
No,
out.
I don't know what you mean, but yes.
You know, like crazy kids that are weird. No, I'm just kidding. There's some Yao Mings out there like, what? I did it one day. No, but so we really appreciate it. And keep it up. I mean, you know, if you like what you're hearing, tell your friends. And are you done? You're just going to go?
I closed up my laptop. We're done.
Hey, we're done. That's it.
All right. Thanks for listening to this episode. You can view our profiles at dig.com/users/Kevin Rose
And dig.com/users/Alex Albrecht.
And then all the stories that we talked about today are dig.com/users/Diggnation. And then, of course, our main website where you can get links to all this stuff and subscribe to anything is Diggnation.com.
That's it for this episode. We will see you next week. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Kevin Rose.
Thank you very much. Dig it. That was so dumb.